Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line?
Actually, tonight we're up to our old tricks and in the old style. We have some very interesting occupations and some very nice people attached to them, and we think they're going to be difficult enough to give you a lot of trouble all by themselves. We'll have a mystery challenger, a famous guest challenger, a bit later on, but right now let's see what you can do with the first challenger whose line has to be spotted. Will you come in and sign in, please, ma'am? Spring is here. Listen to the birds. Matika Hartley, is that right? It's a very fine, firm, bold hand. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
It's Mrs., and Spring fled right out of the window. Well, now, I tell you, we'd like to give the panel a chance to know you a bit better, so first of all, where are you from?
Bermuda.
Bermuda? Oh, wonderful. It's nice to have you. Are you a British cousin, or are you an American in Bermuda?
A British.
You're a British cousin. So, cousin, it's nice to have you with us. Now, would you be good enough to take a walk in front of the panel so they get a close look at you?
No, sorry. Hello, Mrs. Hartley.
All right, Mrs. Hartley, if you'll come over here, please, and sit down next to me. I have to ask you, first of all, if you're familiar with our scoring system, are you?
Yes.
You know how we score the program? Then if you will just abide with me for a moment, we'll let the people at home and those who are here with us in the theater know exactly what your line is. Panel, because spring is nearly here and we're full of the fine, full sap and juices of spring and want to be kind, why, we'll tell you that Mrs. Hartley is self-employed, and we'll begin the general questioning with Miss Francis.
Mrs. Hartley, do you work outdoors at all?
Yes.
Do you work near or on the water in any way in your job?
Yes.
Is there anything to do with instruction in your job?
Let's have a conference.
Die for one.
Come forward just a bit, will you? I think you'll be more comfortable.
Her hair is just arranged properly for a conference. I said Mrs. Hartley has a right-handed ponytail, which is just right for your conference
Big
center.
help, Fred. I wouldn't be able to surmount the difficulties otherwise. Yes, I think Mrs. Hartley agrees that there is an element of instruction involved. Yes, Miss Francis.
Uh-huh. Do you have anything to do with water skiing, Mrs. Hartley?
No.
That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
Do you have anything to do with instructing? Is there any entertainment involved in your instructions? Do you
Yes.
entertain people?
Yes.
I would say that it would have, as an end result, some quotient of entertainment as well as instruction.
Well, if you're in the water, you must keep your end up, John. I mean, the end result is very important. If there's any entertainment involved. Well, do you cater to tourists in any way?
Yes.
Do you perform in some sort of a water show of some nature?
In a way, yes.
It's not a dry water show, a show with no water on it.
No.
Is it, are you involved with other people? Do you have a complete show, or do you appear as an individual?
That is almost impossible to answer yes or no, Fred. You'd have to break that down into its several component parts.
Well, do you work with a group of people?
Yes, I would
Yes.
say you work with a group of people.
It's not a sport. I mean, it is presented as an entertainment.
Yes. It's not a sport.
Is it in a pool?
No.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, and I would remind the panel again that I said there is an element of instruction, there is an element of entertainment involved. Miss Kilgallen.
Do you wear a more abbreviated costume when you work than you're wearing now, Mrs. Hartley?
Yes.
In other words, nothing terrible would happen if you fell into the water.
No.
If I were a visitor arriving in Bermuda, might you be one of the first things I saw?
No.
That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Sir.
They're making a mistake, that's all I can say.
Mrs. Hartley, there were a myriad of beautiful fish in the corals around Bermuda. Do you have anything to do with showing people those schools of strangely colored fish?
Yes.
Well, do you possibly go out in one of these glass-bottom boats and show people the fish through the bottoms?
No.
Oh.
That's 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Fraser.
But you do show people the mysteries of the secret world under the sea, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you do any skin diving?
No.
How do you show them these mysteries?
You know, I'm
With a
going to get
telescope?
murdered if this question and answer goes on much longer. Actually, I will say this, and I think Mrs. Hartley will allow me to say it. You're all very close at the moment. You are not using the exact terminology, although Miss Arlene a moment ago, just in a general observation, might have been described as using rather exact terminology.
I did. What did I say a moment ago, John?
Never mind.
Come
That's
on.
5 down and 5 to go, Mr.
The
Allen.
secret world.
Do you show these on a television show of some sort?
Oh, there it is. Fred's got it, hasn't he? No, he hasn't got it. He's got it, but he hasn't got it. That's 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, do you show them whatever you show them in the flesh or in whatever it is?
The debating.
Well, to the degree that what she shows them has any flesh, we would agree that they see the flesh, yes.
That's what I mean. It isn't just a picture of anything.
No, it's the real thing.
Are you in any sense connected with an aquarium?
No.
Oh, you're self-employed.
Couldn't
That
go
was
this
stupid of me.
aquarium. 7 down and 3 to go. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds.
Do you wear one of these masks or diver's helmets that enable you to go underneath the water yourself while people watch you
Yes.
swimming around with the fish?
Not swimming.
No, she just
Diving
goes down
and
and walks.
go.
Actually, I will say, let me flip the rest of the cards. I think that you are close enough so that you may take satisfaction from basically getting exactly what it is that Mrs. Hartley does. To be exact, she conducts tours underwater with her husband, where these schools of fish and the marine life all abound around in Bermuda's water.
They don't swim, they just walk around?
They actually, yes, they wear a special diving suit, and they walk around on the bottom. So
Not
it's
on the
The
water,
diving
Dorothy.
the diving helmet.
Diving helmet, a bathing
And they
suit.
walk around on the bottom of the...
And what do the other people do?
They float upside down and send messages home. Mrs. Hartley, I think on particulars we've befuddled them beautifully, and we do thank you. It's nice to have had a British cousin with us and watch my life. Good night.